of you who are new to my channel, my name is Wajihat Bankole and welcome to my channel. For those of you who've been here, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video where I am going to be sharing with you guys my end of the year book tag. Oh my god, I can't believe it's already the end of 2023. I feel like it went by fast and I still can't believe, like, I think we have like a week left of December and then it's gonna be 2024. How does that make sense? Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, let's get into this video. So I have the questions written on my notes and my answers because I be forgetting, so I had to have my answers written. You know, you gotta be prepared, right? Anyways, so okay, the first question is, what is my most disappointing read of the year? And for that, I would have to say The Perfect Marriage by Genevieve Rose, just because I was so excited to read this, and this was actually the first book I rated like a very low rating. I think I rated it a 2-star and I gave it a 1-star just for effort. That's how I do my ratings, by the way. I don't like to rate books 1-star because I like to put it in the consideration of the hard work that goes into writing a book. So I give like 2 stars. That's the lowest I would ever give. But yeah, so I rated it a 2-star. It was just not what I was expecting. There was a lot of holes in the story that didn't make sense, and it felt like the author really just wanted it to be so suspenseful. She was throwing anything at us and it just didn't make sense. A lot of things didn't make sense and it was just like, what am I reading? Number 2 is the Underdog book of the year. Have to be The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. This is a book that I wasn't like, I love Lisa Jewell, okay? She's one of my like favorite authors, but I was going into this book with no expectations, just like I wanted to read a thriller. And I read it and I really liked it. So it gave me that sense. It wasn't a 5-star, but it was a high 4-star for me. But it gave me the sense of like what I look for in a thriller book, like the suspense, the loop, and like the plot twist. There was like a few different plot twists and I saw one of them coming but not the rest. And you know, she gave the feelings I had towards the characters was so raw and authentic. I genuinely hated the male character because he is a douchebag. But I really love this book, and Lisa Jewell is just an amazing author and I just love her book. I eat them up all the time. Okay, moving on to question 3. A book that was overhyped, in my opinion, would have to be Love in Other Words by Christina. I went into this book with high expectations because everybody and their mama was like, oh my god, this is such a great book, blah, blah, blah. So I went into that thinking that, and it fell flat for me, like majorly flat. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. Like, huh? It was an okay book, but it was just not my cup of tea. It was just a lot of things I was not vibing with, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, moving on. My favorite book couples of the year, I'm gonna have 2. So Iris and Doken, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, this book. And Knox and Naomi from Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Those 4 couples are my favorite couples of this year. So yeah, is my favorite main character of this year. It would have to be Jack from Once Upon a Broken Heart and the series, Nightmare from One Dark Window, and Iris from Terms and Conditions. She's still by far my favorite female character in the book. She's just so funny. She just gets it. Like, she gets it. The way she was eating up Doken in that book had me on my toes. She had me cracking up. Like, I was laughing so hard I was literally crying. That's how good she was. And I just don't know how Lauren Asher does it every time. Like, the comebacks alone was freaking crazy. So she definitely gets the cookie for that. She gets the cookie. Anyways, going back to the questions. Question number 6 is, a book that surprised me. So the book that surprised me was actually Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Babes, when I tell you, I went into this book scared. I read this book after like a couple of months after I read Love in Other Words, and since that was also a very popular book and I didn't like it, I was very scared for this one. So I went into it with no expectations, no nothing. I thought I was gonna like either be disappointed or love it. So I was game for whatever, right? I loved it. This is a 5-star read for me, and I was so surprised because I was like, I did not expect that. I did not expect that, but I loved it so much. It was so good. The connections I have with the characters was over the top. Like it just had everything in the book. It was just it was great. It was a great book. That's all you have to hear. A great book, and I will ride for this book any day. So good. The sisterhood, the love, like I just love it. I ate it up. Oh my god, every bits and pieces, the crumbs, I ate it up. I have yet to read another Emily Henry's book, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some of her other ones, but this one, definitely, we locked in for real, okay? All right, moving on. A new favorite author that I discovered in 2023 was actually Rebecca Ross. I freaking love her. This question actually goes into question number 8, which is the happiest read of the year would have to be Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and this is where I discovered her. She's so good. This book was just everything that I look for in a fantasy book and just like a romantic book. The second book comes out Wednesday, actually, Rootless Vows, and I'm so excited. I don't know, I think it's a duology, but I'm not sure. I think it is a duology. I don't know. I can't really tell you that. But this book was so good, and it made me love Rebecca Ross that I had to go get her other books, and I cannot wait to read her other books. But Divine Rivals was just so... it gave me those fuzzy, warm feeling you get in your heart whenever I read about these two. Like, oh my god, I just love them. I love them so much, and I just love her. Her writing is so authentic, and it makes you just think about things that you wouldn't really be thinking about. It makes you feel like you're on cloud 9. Mind you, this book takes place in like a war type of setting. I just loved it. I don't know what to tell you. I just, oh my god, Whew, I can't. It's just amazing. On question 9, what is my most frustrating book that I read in 2023? Ooh, this might hurt some of you guys, and I'm sorry, but it would have to be Akatar by Sarah J. Maas. And I don't think I would ever pick up this book again, or the entire series, also for personal reasons. But yeah, I'm definitely never gonna read anything of Sarah J. Maas anymore. But picking up this book this year, like earlier this year, was so hard for me. I could not get through it. I tried it 3 times. I tried to read 3 times and I could not do it. Okay, my best adaptation of the year would have to be A Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. Oh my god, I just freaking love this book. I just feel like every feeling I get for Jack is just everything to me. I just feel like Jack is just, oh, I don't know where she got Jack from, but he eats. But yes, I love this book. This was actually my favorite in the entire series, so yeah. Okay, longest book that I read this year would have to be Things We Hide from the Light, and this was 594 pages, so this is the longest book I've read ever in my life. And actually I think I read this in like 2 days though, so it went by fast. But I also did enjoy this book. Again, Lucy Score and her bantering, she's also the queen of bantering, just like Lauren Asher, and she just eats every time. So yeah. Okay, second question is the shortest book I read this year would have to be Six Squatches and Roses by Carissa I'm not butchering her last name, so I'm not even going to try that. And this one was 187 pages. This was actually a novel in between the Serpent and the Wings of Night series. So yeah. Okay, moving on. A book that I cannot stop thinking about would have to go back to The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. To this day, I still think about Jack. And yes, A Curse of True Love did come out, and I should read it. I haven't read it yet, but just the things I've been hearing about that, I'm not ready to see that or read that, or I'm not ready to close the chapter on Jack yet, but definitely gonna read it in 2024, just not right now. Yeah, not right now. I'm not ready. I have attachment issues to Jack. Yeah, that's my man. We locked in. We're locked in. The cringiest book that I read this year, going back to The Perfect Marriage by Genevieve Rose. Didn't love it, so it was also very cringy to me. That's all I'm gonna say. It was just cringy. I don't really want to go into the book, because again, I didn't like it. Why would I sit here and explain it to you? I just, no. Okay, an unpopular book that I loved. Okay, Witch of the Wicked by Danielle Page was everything. And I get so mad that this book doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. Like, are you kidding me? This was the perfect Cinderella retelling, but it was so different. Like, it's not like your typical Cinderella retelling. Like, it is, but the approach Danielle took this book in was so unique and so different, and I just loved it. Okay, I ate this book up, and it is actually a series, but I don't know when she's coming out with the second book, and I hope she comes out with it soon, because we were left on a cliffhanger, and I need to know, what's tea, Danielle? What's tea? Or when are we getting the second book? Can I even get a title? Like, when? But this book, I'm still surprised it is not popular, but I highly recommend you to read this book. It is written by a Black author, so y'all know already. It ate. Just the feelings I got from this book was just over the moon. I think I rated it a high 4-star, and everything in this book was just so amazing and so different, and it felt like I was in a fairy tale. And the last book that made me feel like that was Once Upon a Broken Heart, and that's why I really love this book, and I will write to Dawn for this book. Okay, what was the highest and lowest rated books I read this year on Goodreads, and do I agree? The highest rated was Fourth Wing, but House of Salt and Sorrows was the lowest. I think this one had like a 3-star, while Fourth Wing had a high 4-star. And I do agree, because I also rated House of Salt and Sorrow a 3-star, so yeah, I agree. So it's pretty accurate. Okay, my favorite quotes of this year would have to be from The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith, and that is the second book from The Way I Used to Be. And the quote is, "For all of us, messy and imperfect, daring to wish, to hope, to heal." And this is like the little thing, I forgot what they're called, like the dedication. There we go, that's what it's called, the dedication. And I really love that. And the book just really put a lot of perspective on mental health, and just coming back from something so like triggering, and trying to be someone after going through something so traumatic. I just love that book. So yeah, it has a special spot in my heart. I feel like she did a great job capturing just everything in that book, especially from just the way I used to be. Like, she really did a great job. Okay, moving on. Book with the most unique concept would have to be House of Moran by JL. I saw this book and I got it because of the cover, and I was, oh my god, I was taken back. It was not what I was expecting. The concept of this book was amazing. It has a mixture of a dark academia vibes and just shadow magic, and just the concept alone is just amazing, just amazing. I don't know where she got it from, but it's amazing, and I cannot wait for the second book of this series. So yeah, this is another book written by another Black female author, and the main character is also a person of color. Yeah. Okay, moving on. A book that I would reread would have to be, actually there's two of them. Things We Never Got Over, Terms and Condition. I said two, but I really mean three. And Wish of the Wicked. These three books have a special, and The Ballad of Never After. That's four. I lied. 4 books. These 4 books just have a special spot in my heart, and they're just so good. And these are the books that, there's one specific character that made me love the book as a whole, and I would just love to revisit those characters. So yeah, those 4 books I would definitely reread. So Things We Never Got Over, Terms and Condition for Iris, and Things We Never Got Over for Knox, because I think he's so funny. Wish of the Wicked just as a whole, and The Ballad of Never After just for Jack, because I feel like we got so much of Jack in that story. My favorite cover of this year, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, but the London version, because can we get into this? I also have the hardcover. I was supposed to grab that up, but I didn't. But the hardcover version also is so stunning, and I'm so jealous of London's book covers because they eat all the time, and this actually looks like what you get in the story. And this is my prized possession, and also the hardcover, also The Ballad of Never After. All the freaking covers from London, amazing. And I get so jealous because why is the US not given that treatment also? Like, can we talk about it for a second? Why is London getting these stunning freaking books? Now I have to go on Amazon UK just to get it and pay extra for it, because obviously I'm not gonna get Amazon Prime. Like, hello? Let's talk about that for a second. Like, can we also get special treatments? This is not okay. Don't get me wrong, US covers is okay, whatever, but they're not pretty. They're not jaw like dropping. Like, hello? That be pissing me off when I see the London covers. I'm like, that's crazy. Or like when they get pretty, like in the hardcovers, when they get pretty end covers or end papers, I mean, and we get some map, and they're getting the characters drawn in their end papers. Now I have to go the extra miles and pay the extra dollars just to get that version. I don't like that. Let's talk about that. Let's fix that, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, my reading goal reflection plus my 2024 reading goal. So my reading goal for this year was to read 40 books. It was originally 50 books, but because of school, I had to dial it down. I had to be realistic. And I'm actually so close to reading 50 books, but I've been in like a weird slump lately. Not a reading slump, just kind of not feeling the book I'm currently reading. So I'm going to switch it up and read something else. But anyways, besides the point, that's not really the point. But yeah, I have successfully completed my reading challenge on Goodreads. I read 46 books out of 40. Which I love, and that is the main reason why I brought it down a bit, just because I felt like, okay, 40 is a good decent reading goal. Half the time of the year I'm in school. I'm a pre-nursing major, so like my classes aren't easy, right? So I have to be realistic as possible. My 2024 reading goal would have to, I'm gonna do a little bit more, if either actually doing 50 books for 2024 or 60. Okay, I generally don't think I can do 100 books. The people that do 100 plus books reading goals are amazing, but they also have time on their hands. I personally don't, so I try to make it as realistic because I want to do it to the point where I can go above and it's not overwhelming because I'm like, oh my god, I can't make my reading go. No, that's not what I want to do. Obviously when I'm done with school and college, and you know, we get to the point where I can have time to sit there and read 100 plus book a year, we'll get there and you guys will be along the ride with me. But right now we're gonna just, you know, tailor my goals based on where my life is right now, and that is where my life is right now. Okay, Last question. After 2023 reading, what are you prioritizing in 2024 reading wise? I think I really want to branch out in terms of authors, because I feel like I'm reading the same authors a lot. So I want to like tap into a lot of more authors. Like 2024, I want to get into the Magnolia Park series and the Daisy Hayes series, the Chestnut Spring series. So I want to get into those series and just read a lot more fantasies. I think I started reading more fantasies towards the end of this year, so I got a lot in, but not as much as I would love. So next year I'm going to prioritize more fantasies and thrillers. I already read a lot of romance, so that's okay in terms of it. And I just want to like take it easy on myself and not stress out too much. Yeah, and that is the last question of this end of the year book tag. I had fun doing this for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me ranting about these books. And yeah, I feel like it's so crazy that 2023 is coming to an end and I could cry, but I'm so proud of myself. I am really proud of myself, just how far I've grown in my reading like journey. God, I could cry. But I started with 4 books last year. Just I wanted something to start because I had no hobbies, and I'm in a community that I love, and I'm creating a community here that I love and cherish. I love you guys. Like, you guys are amazing, and I love talking to you guys. Like the little chats we have in my comments are just amazing, and you guys mean the world to me. You guys are my besties. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for an amazing year. It's not over yet, but you know, I'm definitely posting this video before the year ends. But thank you so much for an amazing year. Thank you so much for always watching my videos, for always commenting, even the littlest comment. Freaking love you guys for that, and I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys like this video. I am so excited for 2024. There's a lot coming in 2024. We're getting stronger, bigger in 2024. The goals are going to be goaling in 2024. Okay, yeah, if I have to be Delulu to get there, I'm going to be Delulu to get there. That is a form of manifestation on its own. Okay, I can't wait to see what 2024 brings for us. And again, we're so close to 1K. If this is my first video you're watching and you like the vibes, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and stay a while. We have fun. Like I said, I hope you guys really liked this video. I had fun. 2023 was a great year. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. And 2024, here we come. Bye.